and Steve show on My Talk 107.1, everything entertainment. Donna Valentine and Steve Patterson, along with producer Dawn McClain.
We got a jam-packed show, Donna.
We
got
do
all
indeed.
sorts of fun to get to. It's a Tuesday. If you've listened to the Donna and Steve experience long enough, you know that 11:30, hour 3, if you listen on the podcast, we do confessions on Tuesdays. Our question today is this. What's the worst gift you've ever received? We've done this before. I think we did it last time maybe a year or two ago. Gets all you can be anonymous. We won't say your name.
Or who gave it to you.
We've shared the story of the jewelry box that my sister received before. I have a story about something that my sister-in-law got for Lou and I, and then we did not use it for the intended purpose. I will tell you that much.
Ooh, can't
so
wait.
We'll get into that. That's at 11:30. We've got the College of Pop Culture Knowledge today at 10:30, and we are going to cancel Demi Lovato coming up at 9:30 today. That's all we can tell you right now. We'll tell you why later. That comes up at 9:30. Hey, but last night, sort of unceremoniously, I guess, blink and you missed it, one of the longest runs ever in television history came to a close as Mark Harmon had his final episode on NCIS after 18 years.
That is amazing. 18 years. Think about how quickly that goes by, too. I watched Mark Harmon, in the days when he was people's sexiest man alive, like in the 80s. He was on St. Elsewhere. He played Dr. Robert Caldwell, I believe. He was also on The West Wing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's had a really great television career. Really great. Good for him. He should retire.
I mean, they say it's a $100 million net worth. I don't know. I mean, I think he was making north of $10 million per episode there in the later stages of his career. I think $525,000 an episode.
Wow.
So that'd be $10 million plus per season. Yeah, I guess this was his decision, too. It's not like he got whacked by Shonda Rhimes. He decided this. He came into the 18th season. I guess if you're an NCIS fan, he was in some sort of a cliffhanger situation. Season 18. Season finale. And then it turns out he survived. But then last night, I'll let you watch it if you haven't watched it, but he decided that moving forward with the show was just no longer in the cards for him. So he said he'd come back, do a few. And but he's still the executive producer on the show. So he probably stands to make a whole lot more money. I don't know. Does NCIS go away? I've never seen that show. Is it like Law and Order? Could you do it forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a procedural.
And a lot of it's ripped from the headlines.
Yeah.
Oh, NCIS is too, huh?
Yeah, I think they just take similar stories that we are aware of.
What does NCIS stand for?
Great question.
Naval? Hang on.
So it's a... I don't watch a lot of these kind of shows.
No, me either.
Okay, let me see. Naval Criminal Investigative Service.
Oh, I see. So it's specifically a military. As you can see, I've never watched even one episode.
I don't think any of us have.
I watched one episode because a friend of mine played a dead body.
Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Very exciting.
First gig in L.A.
I don't want to steal this story, but I was an actor in the show. And I don't know if you guys even remember this show, in the original CSI.
Yeah.
Crime Scene Investigation. I was an actor. I'll take your questions.
Okay. Were you a day player?
Thank you for your courage in asking that, Dawn.
So you paid the minimum rate.
How dare you use the M word? I did accept an aggressive rate. I think if you were the production company, it was whatever the scale was that day for background actors. And there was a time when I was in an operating room in the background of a scene, and then right before was it having a laughing fit. And you want to talk about a way to get fired quick from a set, is if you're a background actor and you're having a laughing fit. You're one of the stars. This is great. It's going to make the blooper reel. We'll show it at the holiday party. Yeah. You're a background actor. Get back in your car. Go back to Azusa, California. We don't need you anymore.
And
but
give
we
us
got
that
it together.
Parking pass.
That's exactly right.
What were you laughing about? Can you remember?
I remember that I was in there in this room. We were like near an operating table, something acting doctory in the background.
You were a doctor.
Maybe I don't know. What is it? What are the younger ones called? Like a resident? Maybe I was a resident.
Okay, you had scrubs on.
And yeah, I think I had like a lab jacket on, like a white lab jacket situation. And then I was in there with a very funny person who just was saying all sorts of stuff and was just making the day really fun. And then he said something that just really tickled me, and then I started laughing. But who is the star of, speaking of well-paid stars of CBS dramas? Mark Harmon, and then who was the original guy on CSI? Remember, gray-haired, beardy guy?
Oh, that guy. Maloney?
Christopher.
No,
he's in
a different show.
Law and Order. He's got the really
Richard
good glutes.
Belzer? No, he didn't have a beard.
Not Richard Belzer. Wow, look at how fast this guy probably, like, his name would have been known by everyone for a 10-year stretch.
Yeah.
And now we don't
you're not
know.
talking about the redhead guy. Oh, no, I'm thinking of NYPD Blue.
This is great. Listen to us.
William Peterson.
William Peterson. Yes. He played Gil Grissom.
Yep.
On CSI. He was there, and I remember how much was taking place, and we were just waiting around the set, and then you're waiting for so long, and they're getting everything set. The lighting, the blocking behind you. Then they have the stand-ins there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
terrible.
one of those.
You've been a stand-in?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Jenna Elfman.
Oh,
Yep.
my gosh. So that's so exciting. And then finally, all of this stuff, I mean, it's like an hour goes by to set up this one scene, and then at the very last second, here comes William Peterson, Gil Grissom for CSI, stands in there, does a couple takes. All right, that's a wrap. We're good here. Moving on. And then he just goes back to his trailer. It is a really interesting...
Sounds so boring.
It's just an interesting process to watch play out. I don't think it would be the most exhilarating way to act if you're an actor.
Even, taking television production courses where we had to put on TV shows in college. It just takes forever, even on that level.
I think it's really good for people who are wanting to be actors and they have never had any experience about the way a set works, because then you get to learn. Yeah, you're just standing there getting lights focused on you, and then you step out, but you get to hear and see everything and you absorb it in so that when you do get a part where you speak, you don't look like a complete idiot.
Plus, what is more exciting than you go in from the outside? I know we're up against the clock here. You go in from the outside of, this is I believe, at Universal Studios, I believe is where CSI was shot. And it's just so bright in California, sunshiny outside. And then you walk into the darkness of backstage here on one of these many big sound stages. And then you just realize this is where television is made. People watching all across the country, and this is where it's created. There's a magic to that I just find really mesmerizing.
Yes!
That's so
And now that's
sweet.
why you're an entertainment reporter.
Who, me?
Yes, Quinn.
When we come back, we have got some things that'll make you go, huh? I tell you what, this is legitimately, I found something out fascinating about, that DJ Steve Aoki? Mm-hmm. Okay, you would recognize him if you saw him. He can DJ as much or as little as he wants to because he is going to be loaded at some point. I'll explain what he is the heir to. Also, a fun fact about, the Bill Withers song, Ain't No Sunshine, and we always make fun of the I know, and it's 26 times in a row that happens. I'll tell you where he wrote that, why he wanted to change it, and who convinced him not to. Those and other fun things you don't need to know, but you'll be happy you do when we come back. It's Donna and Steve on My Talk.
Good morning. Welcome back. Thank you for listening to the Donna and Steve Show on My Talk 107.1. Everything entertainment. Every day, Steve comes with a pocket full of fun facts. We call it this.
Things that make you go,
I got a pocket full of fun facts. Wonder if we should be redoing that song by Natasha Bedingfield.
We can.
Make Rocco sing it.
Yeah.
Just because we like
everything.
to envision him alone in his recording studio, really leaning into the microphone.
He stands up.
Yes. Oh, I could imagine.
That's great.
I want to see him create some of the stuff he creates.
Yeah.
We'll be joined by DJ Rock Lobster at 10 o'clock. All right, here's something on DJ Steve Aoki, who was most recently seen in Vegas DJing with the still heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury. Remember we were talking about that big boxing match? So Tyson Fury wins, goes 11 rounds with the Deontay Wilder, I believe it is, and they are just beating the heck out of each other. And then he goes and parties that night in Vegas to a packed house. Tyson Fury goes up, starts to DJ right alongside DJ Steve Aoki. Steve Aoki, is the heir to the Benihana restaurant franchise.
Oh, wow.
What?
That's cool.
Isn't that cool? Wouldn't it be fun to just have a job that you really enjoy and be an heir to something?
Right, because you don't really have to worry about failure if your parents are willing to give you some money.
Oh, Steve, hey man,
do you
DJ Steve
wanna do?
Aoki. Have you been DJing a lot this year? Is it kind of slow because of the pandemic? Yeah, it's slow. Are you worried? Not at all, because I own Benihana. All right, see you, man. That's it.
Hey, can you get us in? Just close the restaurant down and just do a special one for my family.
Just one onion ring volcano.
Yeah.
DJ Steve Aoki, is that okay or no?
That's the one where they make the stuff in front of you?
Oh, I love it. Hibachi grill.
Donna,
Is it?
I have an idea.
Nope.
Yes, Queen. Here's the idea. Yes, Queen.
Do I have to throw an egg in my hat?
Not necessarily. But how about this? Coming up, later this fall, in November, I'm going to be leaving Twin Cities Live. Not sure if you heard. And many people have warned me that this is a very bad decision. But still, the decision's been made, and I will have some time in the afternoon. How about you, me, and Millennial Hannah go to...
Dawn,
you come too, Dawn. No, listen, anyone who wants to come, it's just you already work multiple shifts. I now always want you to just go home.
No.
Okay, listen, you, me, Dawn, Millennial Hannah, and DJ Rock Lobster go to a Benihana.
Okay.
Millennial Hannah records all of it.
Yeah.
Maybe we talk to Benihana beforehand, because there are situations where you can help.
Okay.
And so maybe we get you behind there.
Behind the hot grill, serving us up some shrimps.
And she's flinging some shrimp into like our chef hats that we're wearing for novelty purposes.
And then it's going to the table 2 doors down.
Yep. Who's got like a real strong shrimp allergy.
Yep. Guy gets it in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I get sued. Sounds
Oh, my
fun.
gosh. The Donna and Steve show goes to Benihana.
I would love to do that. If it's on a Wednesday, it's right after I record the podcast with Kenny.
Well, then Kenny's
Fine.
coming too.
Oh, Kenny doesn't live here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Kenny is out of state.
Well, this is unfortunate because I just asked him for 2 chunks of black walnut wood
What is your problem? Why would you ask for something so specific?
because I'm looking for something for an art project.
Excuse me?
You don't know me.
What, is she going to carve a wooden bear or something for her front yard?
It is
You know
something
that bear will look whack, too.
I'm just looking for a chunk of wood that I can slice up and put on the wall in my bedroom at the cabin.
Are you going to slice it?
Don't worry about it.
She's going to get her neighbor to do it up at the cabin. She's going to do some wood art.
Yep.
That's really cute. I like the
Thanks,
idea.
Dawn.
Just don't use that diseased wood you've got outside with the box elder bug trails.
Emerald ash borer.
emerald
it
ash
disintegrates.
borer.
You
That's
walk
right.
by it.
Ash trees at the cabin.
I don't know where you got those because I stole some of her wood one time, Steve.
Okay.
I went camping and there was no wood to buy in the area. So I just went over to Donna's cabin and stole some of her wood. And I'm like, did you know that these have...
No, and I burn them all the time.
Well, and I shouldn't have taken them out of the area.
But it's good if you
Same
burn
area,
it, though, right?
Same area.
Well, and the thing is, maybe it wasn't dried out yet.
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't dry enough. I don't know.
I'm a rule breaker.
Yeah. Sorry.
And then Donna goes, why didn't you just go into my cabin? You know where the key is?
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah,
camping.
just go in.
Dawn went camping all by herself.
I do that all the time.
That is really brave.
Really?
Yes. In a tent? Yeah, that's brave. I wouldn't do that in my own backyard.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
I'm also not a big fan
How
of...
about some more fun facts?
I'm also not a fan of camping outside. Like, I thought, like, oh, the kids would like it if we camped in the backyard. But we have coyotes.
Exactly. Deer. You
deer.
could get stepped on.
Yeah, you ever seen when animals attack? The very first episode, remember when that buck beat the tar out of that guy? Hoofed him hard?
Yeah, there's a squirrels situation out there. Snakes.
Yeah, I know.
Foxes.
Part of the fun, guys. Get adventurous.
You come from like an area where people eat squirrel and roadkill.
Oh, my God.
Like,
you know where
in this
like
day and
Kenny
age.
lives?
Yeah, where is he, by the way?
We can't say. It's an
Can't talk
undisclosed
about it.
location.
All right, you could tell me off the air. And then
I don't even know.
Oh,
Legitimately, I don't know. He doesn't tell anyone.
Bill Withers wrote Ain't No Sunshine when he was working at a factory making toilet seats for airplanes. And this is good to hear.
Okay.
He intended to write more lyrics for that part where he repeats, and I know, and we've counted. It's 26 times in a row.
Yeah, it's annoying.
He wanted to change it, but other musicians told him to leave it. That's actually
Because they're
makes
trying to
me
sabotage him?
It sounds like it. It makes me feel better about Bill Withers because you can't come to a writer's room the next day and say, I had a breakthrough last night, guys. Really, Bill? What is it? Let's hear it. And then repeat, I know, 26 times
It
in a
sounds
row.
like something a little kid would do just to annoy, mom or dad.
I thought you were going to say he had too many toilets to make that day, so he just had to, that's it. That's all I
Nail
got.
it in.
Out of time. What could he do?
Dawn, Steve really wants to hear about that movie, The Lamb.
Oh, sure.
That
Okay.
you watched, because maybe our listeners didn't hear about it, but I am very intrigued.
great.
So we'll have your review coming up next on My Talk 1071, Everything Entertainment. Yeah, we're back. Donna and Steve on My Talk 1071, Everything Entertainment. Producer Dawn McClain hangs with us for our first hour every day as well.
I wonder who the weirdest one of the three of us is based on this story that Dawn's about to tell us about.
Oh.
I think, depending on the day.
I think it's Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn's like more genuinely, disturbingly weird, I think.
Oh,
You know?
wow. Thank you.
Very original.
Mine's like a wacky weird. Donna's is she was
issues.
cryogenically frozen. She's in the wrong era weird. Dawn's is different though. What's up with this thing called The Lamb?
Oh, it's just called Lamb.
Oh, Lamb.
Oh, just Lamb.
Lamb. Oh,
Excuse
this
me,
is
I'm
from
sorry.
A24, the production company. I love A24. They always put out interesting, independent type of films
Is
that
that
you're
Brad
not going to
Pitt?
see. Yes, it's Brad Pitt's studio or his project. He's a part of it. He has partners. So Lamb is, I saw the trailer for this a while ago, and it was so interesting. It starts off with a couple of farmers. I don't think there's any dialogue at all.
Oh.
And then, they are farming sheep, and then there is a sheep birth, and then they look down and they are shocked. The next shot is them, the mother sort of running through the field with the lamb child dressed in clothes.
What?
Okay.
So-
Wait, human mother?
The human mother, yes. Two
Okay.
humans. Okay, so this is, I went to see it at the Alamo, my favorite theater.
Oh, sure.
Yes,
a great spot.
on Sunday. We were so excited to see it because it seemed so weird. So it's such a beautiful movie because it was shot in Iceland. So it's a very stark landscape with just these beautiful mountains and these valleys.
Okay.
And then it's really, I think for the first third of the movie, maybe one page of dialogue or
Okay.
maybe
Oh.
about 4 lines. So you can't really I would warn people, if you're impatient, if you have ADHD, you might not like this movie.
Okay, I'm intrigued because I love farm animals.
Okay.
And I mean, they're putting this thing in a
Baby carriage,
crib.
a crib, yes, taking care of it. So it's really mysterious because they do a lot of. It's really great storytelling because they do not tell you about the history of these two people. You just figure it out through action. So it's like a lot of show don't tell. You know what I mean? Which is what you want to do in a script. It's so much better to show people than telling them and giving them an info dump like, well, we haven't been lucky in childbearing,
Sure.
So you get the idea that they have a sad past. So whenever this baby lamb is born and they're so shocked, you're not sure. They start raising it inside and you're not sure if it's just the wife, just the mother that sees the lamb as a human.
Yeah, and she's
and the husband just goes along with it because at first he's kind of like, I don't know. And then you're not sure. So then they're both on board with it. Then you're not sure if it's really a lamb or if it's really a child and it's just a delusion that they're having. Maybe it's some magical, mystical thing from the mountains. A third person enters the story who is the husband's brother. And he completely rejects the total idea at first. Like, you can't, this isn't right. this is
Yeah,
not
I
right.
like that guy.
Okay, that guy is like, no, this is weird. This is weird. So you kind of question yourself the whole time. Yes, Donna, it looks like you have a question.
Yes, I have so many thoughts and questions. What it sounds like to me is a woman who's either suffering from a loss and trying to deal with it by stealing this sheep's baby and raising it because it's the first baby, maybe after something terrible happened to her or a failed pregnancy. And because they have lots of sheep. They
sure
must
do.
have seen lots of lambs born.
And there are real life lamb births in this movie. These actors learned how to reach up in there and get it out. And I haven't done that with a lamb, but I have done it with a cow before.
Where you've reached inside of them to help pull the calf out?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
There's got to be some kind of metaphor for this, a sacrificial
It's
lamb.
great. Yes, Donna. Keep going with that.
Oh,
it's
geez.
gotta
Donna,
be-
Donna,
it's
come back to me.
parallel
So
to the Bible or something.
Yes. So there's this whole thing about I think the overall theme is what is the price that you would pay for happiness? Because it's beautiful dialogue. There are probably maybe 10 pages of dialogue in the whole movie, which is an hour and a half, which technically every page is a minute in your script. So it should be 130 pages, but it's actually probably 10.
Wow.
So they really do a great job. I mean, they work a lot of poetry and storytelling in, so the dialogue is really beautiful. And then there are times that are just so bizarre. You're like, what am I seeing right now?
Yeah, like for instance, if you're having trouble imagining this wherever you're listening, a minute and 5 seconds into the trailer, which I will, against my own judgment, link this up. She is looking at a lamb who is wearing a head flowery thing, like a flower. What's that called?
A crown of flowers.
The crown of flowers. And appears to be wearing a pretty nice jacket.
And a nice Norwegian sweater.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
yes.
the style of this lamb. You put a human head on this lamb, and you're like, that's a well-dressed person.
That's like a J. Crew catalog.
Yes. Now, but then you fast forward a little bit in this trailer, Donna, and there's a point where the mother of the lamb
is
turns and screams
at the
"Go
mother."
away!"
Yeah.
At the mother lamb,
The
who's
real
looking at her
lamb.
through like the real lamb.
Who's
Which
like,
is
hey,
so
bitch,
sad.
give me my baby back.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I
There's
want
a
my
lot of
baby
stuff
back,
that
baby
happens
back.
with that.
Chilies.
It's so bizarre. Now, Dawn, what I'm reading here is in the description.
Can't get
I
over
They
want my
discover-
baby back.
They
Oh,
discover.
what are you going to say? They
They discover a strange and unnatural newborn in their sheep barn. What was unnatural? You don't have to give it away, but
I mean, it's just the lamb.
so did they not? Why is it unnatural?
Well, that's your
And
thing.
strange.
That's why it's up for you to decide whether or not they're just seeing this as a child or if it's a lamb. And then
This is gonna
the
win
brother
awards.
comes into yes, it's beautiful. The brother comes into the picture, and there's all kinds of drama with him. I mean, there is a point where I was like, God, this is bizarre because he's a rocker. He's a musician. And so he like comes and goes from the family. He's, kind of a vagabond type guy.
Got it.
They have his old drum set in the barn and they start cleaning out the barn. He goes, wait a minute. He's like, and he gets on the drum set and he's like playing the drums, like hardcore rock drums, and the lamb is standing there jamming to it. And I was like, what is happening? This is great.
All right, this is bizarre. I will say though, the soundtrack. I'm a sucker for soundtracks.
Oh, ominous.
The soundtrack's pretty good. I'll play a little bit of it right here.
Yeah.
That poor mama
Oh,
sheep.
yeah, that's sad. So I want to say that you will know by the end of the movie whether or not the lamb is just a lamb or if it's actually not a lamb.
You got to tell me.
No.
During the commercial break, you have to tell me.
No.
I can't watch this movie.
Oh my gosh,
Look at
I
it.
love it. You were like, the ending has a WTF moment.
Oh, really? Now
Yes.
done.
It's so good. Just go see it. And you have to be patient because there aren't a lot of words. But
How
it
long
is
is this?
an hour and a half.
All right, that's at least
Or
pleasant.
146. Sorry.
You know what this reminds me of a little bit, and I find it very disturbing. You saw the movie the lighthouse.
Yes, I loved it.
And the woman basically steals another woman's baby.
Yeah.
And it's funny because depending on who you're watching it with, you've got one person going, well, she's already got 3 kids. Why, and
Wait
it's like,
a minute.
you can't just steal some lady's baby.
Wait a minute. The lighthouse is Willem Dafoe.
Oh, no,
and
not that
Robert
one.
Pattinson. And
That was good too. That was good
There's
too.
a mermaid with a vagina.
Okay, not that one.
I tuned out, and then I came back in with the trigger word.
Okay, which one? What are you talking about?
This is the one with the woman who's married to Daniel Craig. Her name. I love playing this game. Our boss loves when we do this too.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
Her name is Rachel Weisz.
Oh.
And she's in this, and she's living at a lighthouse with her husband, who takes this gig.
Okay.
It's not as far back in time as The Lighthouse with
Okay.
Willem Dafoe. And they try to have a baby, and it doesn't work.
How long ago was it? Is it The Lobster? Is it The Constant Gardener?
Nope.
The Fountain?
Willem Dafoe.
Nope.
No. Disobedience.
You sure it's Willem Dafoe?
No, Willem Dafoe is in The Lighthouse.
Oh, he's in. No, I went down that wrong rabbit.
The Light Between Oceans.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, The Light Between Oceans from, I don't know.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's from 2016. It's a really good movie. It's
I
like a
see
period
this.
piece.
Yeah.
It's the guy's a World War I veteran who maintains this lighthouse
Oh, wow.
with his wife, who's
Okay.
desperate to have a baby, and then her prayers are answered when something happens and this baby shows up.
Lovely.
So, Donna, you might like
I might
that.
like that, yeah. But I really highly recommend Lamb. It's going to win Best Foreign Film
Yeah,
and maybe possibly be in the running for other things.
like Best Picture.
Yeah, it's
Steve, you're gonna have
very
FOMO.
strange.
What if we watched it together?
No, I don't want to do this.
We could watch it
No.
right here at work together.
No. You know what? Here's how I'll watch it. Okay?
Okay, I'm listening.
Is it available on streaming, Don?
Not yet.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Here's how we'll watch it. Something that I proposed last week in the Twin Cities live office. So you know what would be fun? We watch a movie together, but
We're home.
in 10-minute increments. 10 minutes. All right, everybody, turn around from your computers. Somebody pulls it up. You watch 10 minutes. Stop it at 10 even. All right, tomorrow, the next 10 minutes.
This is going to
10.
be
You've
like
gotta
the
go
book
half an
club.
hour.
It's going to take us 2 years to get through it.
That's why we can't do things together. By the way,
I mean the read along.
yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
not a
Hashtag
book
it's not a book club. Well. All right, we'll think about it. Quickly, we're canceling Demi Lovato.
Sort of.
She believes that we should stop using the offensive term. You think you know where this story is going, you don't. We should stop calling extraterrestrials aliens because it's offensive. I'm all done here. I have nothing else to add to this.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm getting a lot of Demi with this alien thing. She's having these encounters in Joshua Tree. She's California sober. I'm just going to call them aliens.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to call them aliens.
Because if you look up alien, it basically says like a strange and foreign, whatever. It just means strange or foreign. And so I think she's taking it like from when foreigners were called aliens. And
Okay.
she says that's offensive. They should be called ETs.
They don't care.
How about
They don't
this?
even know what offensiveness
You know what's
is.
strange and
people on
foreign?
Earth.
An extraterrestrial would be strange and foreign.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, this is where I draw the line.
They would call us aliens if we went to their planet.
Exactly.
They'd be like, yeah, welcome home.
And they'd probably just kill us immediately. I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to play out like E.T. or one of the sci-fi movies. I don't know who wins in the end. It's probably robots. We don't even get to aliens.
Right.
There is a documentary she's hosting with her sister and friend.
Yes, it's about aliens.
Yeah, I was
Oh, I'm
going to watch
sorry.
it, but
It's called Unidentified on Peacock. Steve, watch it.
no.
You have
thank
to
Okay,
you.
then
watch-
watch Lamb.
I'll much rather watch Lamb
Wow.
than
Okay.
that. I mean, both are weird, but
All right, we
I
got to
don't
go.
know. When we come back,
Speaking of weird.
Squid Game continues to take over. Has it infiltrated Toy Story? If you see something, say something next.
We're back again. It's Donna and Steve on My Talk 1071, Everything Entertainment. Let's talk Squid Game.
Hey, if you see something, say something. Oh, that is catchy, huh?
Time for If You See Something, Say Something with Donna and Steve.
If you see something, say something. Come on and party tonight.
So there's this Toronto-based video content creator who specializes in cinematography, 3D animation. His name is Mark Canatero. And he just posted on Instagram a very disturbing but very creative reenactment of red light, green light.
I've not heard this yet, but it looks really cool.
It's really, really funny. And he created this based on the popularity of Squid Game, which is on Netflix. And so you've got Woody, you've got bunny rabbits all running in a field.
There's a point where Bo Peep catches Woody by like the string and with her cane, with her little sheep cane thing, and then he's hanging. It's reminiscent of the scene of Red Light, Green Light from Squid Game.
And then you've got, we won't give away the ending, but it's very funny.
Cute.
We've got Mr. Potato Head.
Can we listen to it?
Yeah. I've got
Is it okay? Is there any
Yeah,
language in it?
I hope not.
Well,
We'll find out.
We will find out. Here we go.
Unbelievable! Code red! Oh!
Freak, baby. Freak, freak, baby. Red light, green light. You ready to roll? Tell me when you're ready to go.
And then it's, that's a great reveal.
So good.
I'll get this linked up.
I mean, and then
funny.
you've got like a water gun shooting at all. I guess it's a water gun or a Nerf gun or something.
Yeah, I think it's a Nerf gun.
And that punk neighbor from the first movie
don't give
makes
it
an
away.
appearance.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Done it.
No, don't give it away.
Too late.
It's pretty great. Sorry.
So saw that. Thought you guys would like it.
And it's funny because I had just posted on Instagram last night. So we have this. I mean, I have two daughters, so we have like a bunch of dolls around the house. Mm-hmm. So the other day we're pulling in, and one of the dolls was out in the garage. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh, shoot. And then I said to Lou, red light. And then she told me yesterday, I have not looked at this doll the same since you said that. And so I posted a video that you can see on my Instagram at KSTP Steve of our encounter with the doll.
Ew.
Oh, yeah. Go check it out, Donna.
I
and then we'll
am.
play a little audio for you to hear.
Ew. First of all,
So
she's
it took a
terrifying.
week ago. This was just one of the many cute dolls that my daughters have around the house. Then we saw Squid Game. Red light. I'm going to have to burn this doll. I mean, we got to get rid of it.
Yeah, she
we got to
kind
get
of
rid
looks
of it.
like the
Did
doll.
she have a
She
lot
looks
of
like the
dolls
doll.
where like she wouldn't notice if it was gone?
You know, like the hamster that you replaced.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe.
That looks like a specific doll from a specific thing,
They
like
do
an
have
anime or something.
Yeah, they're making more of these. Oh gosh, what are they called? With these really big eyes on these dolls.
LOL surprise.
Maybe.
Oh. Yeah.
It's
Yes.
not an LOL surprise, but it's similar to those kind of big eyes.
Yeah, big eye situation.
Not like brats.
Not like brats. Well, I
they
mean,
have
not
really big
brats.
eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, but similar to that, like the size of the
It
eyes.
does look a lot like it.
Yeah,
like
and
the
then-
bangs and everything.
Dawn, you might be excited to hear this story.
Okay.
The Korean Cultural Center is going to be hosting a real life Squid Game event in Abu Dhabi. That will attempt to recreate.
What do you mean?
They're without the killing, of course.
Okay. I'm like, are you talking about North Korea? Because that sounds more like their style.
Well, it's what they're going to do is have players compete for customized green tracksuits inspired by the series. And you just get to go out there and play.
And not be killed.
You will not be killed. You'll just be eliminated,
Okay.
I guess. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that they spent 10 years trying to get this show off the ground.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
they had been rejected as too implausible, and then Netflix stepped in, and they gambled on, according to this story, on the world being dark enough to appreciate the show. Oh, and man, were
And
they
now
right?
they go, oh, pandemic. It's dark enough.
Yeah,
you can
it's
get the
dark.
full tracksuit on Amazon.com.
Oh, is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The older kids,
Yes.
like the older kids who are out there. If you see a child in a Squid Game uniform, that's not a great sign, I don't think.
Especially for the parents.
Or some
Donna-
of the controllers.
Yeah, which is a great outfit. I mean, it's a
it
really
is.
cool costume.
That's easy to do because you just get some red sweat.
Just get some red sweats.
Yeah. And a
or
black
like
mask.
The guy, the creator, like the game maker, the head guy, the front man. His mask is so cool looking.
Yeah, you could, if you had a 3D printer that was really large, you could make
Yeah.
one of those for yourself.
Ooh.
Donna, you sure you don't want to get back in?
Come on,
I
man.
don't
It's so great. It's just like, it really makes you question, like, morally, what would you do? We all need that right now.
Maybe I'll
It'll
watch
make
it when
you,
things
like,
settle
put your
down.
shopping cart back where it should be, in the parking lot, you know?
I try to do that now.
Good.
Good.
That's a moral choice that everyone should make.
Yeah.
I agree. Even if it's far away.
Yeah.
Listen, I got the solution for you with that, which is stop foolishly trying to park near the front of the building.
Yeah.
Always park near the cart
That's
return.
what I do, for
Always.
sure.
And guess what? There are all sorts of cart returns everywhere. So just park near a cart return.
Okay,
And boy,
Steve.
and are we not our laziest when it comes to entering a store? You will find people in yoga pants having just completed some sort of high intensity interval training, and then they will loop multiple times. They will serpentine through just trying to get closer.
Yes.
Just get your steps in, you lazy American.
Yeah, I agree. Especially when the weather's nice. I get it when it's really cold. You kind of want to, lighten up the cold load.
Well said.
Thanks, Steve.
You got it, ma'am.
Hey, listener rewards for the month of October. You can enter to win round trip airfare from MSP to Asheville, North Carolina, which is beautiful.
Whoa.
On Sun Country Airlines, who we love. We've got Ray-Ban sunglasses from Shopco Optical. We've got tickets to What the Constitution Means to Me at the Guthrie. All sorts of stuff, Stevie boy.
Yeah, you can find it on the app. If you don't already have the app, download it. Do it today. You can also go to mytalk1071.com and check out our listener rewards there. When we come back, we will let Dawn off. DJ Rock Lobster comes in. CBS Sunday Morning did a nice piece on Olivia Rodrigo. Donna got to see that. We'll hear what she learned about the hit sensation. And a bad day for Smash Mouth over the weekend. Real bad. Talk about it next.